Hi everybody, in this video let's learn about the properties of triangle congruency. Here we have 6 properties of triangle congruency that we need to learn. Let's look at the first one, side, side, side. So it means that each pair of the corresponding sides are equal length. So in this case, AB and EF, they are corresponding side, they have the same length. AC and EG, corresponding side, and they have the same length. And the last one, BC and FG, they are corresponding side, and they have the same length. So when we are given this information, even though we don't see the diagram, each pair of the corresponding side are equal in length, so we can make a conclusion that this pair of triangle, they are actually congruent. That means that they have the same shape, same size, same area. So if you take one of them, put on the top on the another one, they can actually match each other perfectly. Okay, now let's go to the second properties of triangle congruency, side angle side. The angle here is located between two sides that we know their length. So in this case, we can call this angle as included angle. Two pairs of the corresponding side are equal in length. This pair and this pair, they are equal in length, and the size of the pair of the corresponding subtended angle. This angle is located between the two sides that we know their length. We call this angle as included angle. So these two angles are the same as well. So in this situation, we can actually make a conclusion that these two triangles, they are congruent. So this property we call it as side angle side, side angle side. Let's look at the third one, angle side angle. Two pairs of the corresponding angle are equal. One pair and the second pair. Two pairs of the corresponding angle are equal, and the length of the pair of the corresponding side between the two angles. It means here, the side which is located between the two angles that we know their size. This side. So we can call this as included side. And this. They have the same length as well. So once we have this information, two pairs of corresponding angle are equal, and the included side are equal in length, we can make a conclusion that these two triangles are congruent. We call this property as angle, angle, side, angle. Okay, let's proceed to the next one. Angle, angle, side, angle, angle, side. Okay. Two pairs of the corresponding angle are equal. Two pairs of the corresponding. Okay, let me draw it again. This pair and this pair. Two pairs of the corresponding angle are equal, and the length of a pair of the corresponding side which do not lies between the two angles are equal. So this and this slightly different. This is angle, side, angle. This side is located between the two angles which we know their size. This side we call it included side. In this case, this is not included side. So this is angle, angle, side. And this one is angle, side, angle. Okay, just be more careful, don't mix up these two. Okay, two pairs of corresponding angle are equal, and the length of a pair of corresponding sides which do not lie between the two angles are equal. It means here, in this situation, once we have this few information, we can make a conclusion that these two triangles, they are actually congruent. Okay, now for this angle, 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 this you must be a little bit more careful. All the three corresponding angle are equal. This and this equal size, same size. This and this, and the last one same size as well. This and this. If let's say we don't have the diagram and we don't know the area, we actually cannot make a conclusion that they are congruent. They can be congruent, they can be not congruent. Okay, I will show you why. The area of the pair of triangle must be equal. So the questions, if you want to make a conclusion that whether these two pair of triangle they are congruent or not congruent, we need some extra information. For example, it's the area. Okay, you look at this two. In this case, they have the corresponding angle all the same, right? And they are congruent. Area the same. In this case, their corresponding angle are the same as well, but it's very obvious that this is smaller than this one, right? So definitely they are not congruent, even though they satisfy this property, angle. So just be more careful when we deal with these angle properties. Okay, let me show you another example here. Now you look at these two triangles, their corresponding angle, same, right? 82.87 here the same as well, 63.43 here also the same, and last one 33.69 here 33.69 as well. But definitely these two triangles they are not congruent, even though their corresponding angle all are equal. So just be more careful when you are given three angles, two pair of triangle, and the question tell you that all the corresponding angle they are equal, but the questions doesn't give you the information of the area. So we actually cannot make a conclusion that whether they are congruent or not congruent. Okay, so this is angle. And the last one, we also need to be a little bit more careful. This is side angle. Two pair of the corresponding side are equal. This pair equal, and this pair equal, and this is non-included angle. And a pair of corresponding angle which are not subtended between the two sides are equal. So in this case, what here tell you is these two angles they are the same size. If we only have this information and we don't have a diagram, we actually cannot make a conclusion that these two triangles they are congruent. We need some extra information. For example, the area. The area of the pair of triangle must be equal, or the side of the opposite the given angle is longer. It means here, if this one is longer than this, then we can say that they are congruent. If this is not longer than this, they can be congruent, they can be not congruent. Maybe until now you were a little bit confusing. Later on I will show you a diagram, so it will be easier for you to understand. So you look at this. In this case, definitely they are congruent, right? Same. But now this and this same length, they have the same length, and this same length as well, and the angle here same as well. They actually satisfy the side angle. But if I ask you, are they congruent? Definitely the answer will be no, right? You look at the shape, you look at the size, you know that they are not exactly the same. Okay, let me show you this one. Now, we know this angle, and the opposite side in this case is shorter than this, right? So if we don't have the diagram, we actually cannot determine whether they are congruent or not, because it can be here or it can be here, right? If no diagram are given to us, how do we know that the triangle mentioned is actually this one or this one, right? they have the angle. They satisfy the side angle, 6 cm, 6 cm, 7 cm, 7 cm, 45 degree, 45 degree, side angle. But in this case, they are not congruent. In this case, they are congruent. So in this situation, to determine whether they are congruent or not congruent, to make a conclusion that they are congruent or not congruent, we need their area, or we need to see the diagram. If you study math last year, Form 4, you learn about this ambiguous case. So you remember when you learn about the sign rules. Okay, so just now I also told you that side angle. If the opposite side is actually longer than this side, we actually can make a conclusion. Yes, they are congruent. Why? Now you look at this. This is longer than this, right? We are not able to form another triangle because this is longer than this. We are not able to form another triangle. So in this case, we can actually make a conclusion that they are congruent. In this case, this is shorter than this one. We cannot make a conclusion that whether they are congruent or not. It can be here, or it can be here. Okay, now let's look at few examples. The table below shows certain side length and the angle of four pair, yes, 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 3 pair and 4 pair. Okay, now we have 4 pair of triangle. We want to determine whether each of the pair of triangle are congruent. If yes, state the properties of triangle congruency that involve. So when we want to determine whether the given pair of triangle are congruent or not congruent, we need to consider about the properties that we learned just now: side, angle, side, and so on. But when we go to this angle, and side, angle, we need to be more careful. We need some extra information. Side, angle, side, angle, and angle. So these two properties, we need some extra informations to determine whether the given pair of triangle are congruent or not congruent. Let's look at the first pair. We don't have the diagram, so what we need to do is to sketch a diagram. When we sketch a diagram, we don't have to really take a ruler and measure the length, take the protractor, measure the angle, because we don't have the time, right? We can just simply sketch two triangles. Then we try to look at the properties given, then we can determine whether they are congruent or not congruent. So first triangle, AB. So we have, I think I tapped wrong. This is one. Let me check. One of them should be AC. Hold on. This one should be BC. Okay, BC. Now we don't have a diagram, right? If you just think this way, sometimes a little bit confusing, and we feel very hard to determine whether this pair of triangle, they are congruent or not congruent. We just simply sketch a diagram. A, B, C. We see A, we see B, and we see C. So the triangle definitely will be A, B, C. We don't have to measure. We just simply sketch a diagram. A, B, C. So how about the second one? P, Q, R, right? We have P, we have Q, and we have R. P, Q, R. Then we just fill in all the information given by the questions. AB is 3 centimeters. And BC is 4 centimeters. PQ is 4 centimeters. And PR, which is over here, 3 centimeters. Angle P, which is here, 60 degree, and I forgot to write the angle here. Angle B, which is 60 degree as well. Okay, now try to think. Are this pair of triangle congruent? we have two pair of corresponding sides which are equal in length, 3 centimeter, 3 centimeters, 4 centimeter, 4 centimeters, and the included angle here are equal as well, right? So these they actually satisfy the properties of side, angle, side. In this case, we can make a conclusion that they are congruent. So these are A. Okay, let me write over here. The answer for A, they are congruent. And the property involved is side, angle, side. Let's go to B. Same thing, we just simply sketch a diagram. We have C, we have vertex C, vertex D, and vertex E. Okay, we just simply sketch a diagram. We don't have to really think how long should we draw, how big the angle should we draw. We just simply sketch a diagram. CTE. PQR. PQR. Okay, after sketching the diagram, what's the next thing that we need to do is to transfer all the given information here onto the diagram. Angle D is 50 degree. Here is 50 degree. Angle E, which is here 20 degree, and CE, which is over here, 8 centimeters. Okay, now let's go to PQR. Angle P here is 50 degree. Angle Q here is 110 degree, and QR is 8 centimeters. So we have now this is maybe a little bit difference, right? You see 50, 20, and this is 50, 110, but it's okay. Since that we know the sum of the initial angle of a triangle will be always equal to 180 degree. So this is 110 and this is 50. Total up here will be 160 degree. So by calculations, we take 180 degree minus 50 degree minus 110 degree, and we actually know that the last angle must be 20 degree, right? Okay, so here must be 20 degree. Here is 50 degree. Here 50 degree. And then 20 degree, 20 degree. And the last one is 8 centimeters and 8 centimeters. Angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. So now we can make a conclusion that these two triangles, they are congruent. The property involved is angle, angle, side. So the answer for B is they are congruent. The property that we use to determine whether they are the property that tell us they are congruent is angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. Okay, let's go to part C. Same thing. The first step is to draw a diagram. Not to draw, but sketch. PQ, we have P, we have Q, we have R. Okay, just simply sketch two triangle PQR. PQR, and another one will be STU. STU, we have vertex X, T, and U. STU. Next, we just fill in all the information given by the questions. PQ is 7 centimeters. QR is 6 centimeters. And angle P is, where's angle P? Here, 45 degree. 45 degree. And how about this one? UT is 6 centimeters. And US is 7 centimeters. And the last one, angle here is 45 degree. Okay, 45 degree. Now we look at the properties that we are going to use to determine whether these two triangles they are congruent or not congruent. This is side angle, right? Side angle. Look at this carefully. When we deal with angle, and side angle, we have to be extra careful. Can we make a conclusion that these two triangles are congruent? We don't have the information of area. We actually cannot say that they are congruent. This opposite side here, this is shorter than this one, right? Shorter than this one. So it can be congruent, it can be not congruent. Why? Let me show you here. Oh. You look at this diagram. I drew this one for you just now. Okay, let's see. Now we have 6 centimeters and 7 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters, right? And 45 degree. Side angle. Side angle. But for this diagram, I put the angle over here. This diagram, I put the angle over here, but it's the same concept. Now, we only know that the corresponding side here, same length, and this angle, same size. But we don't have the area. We cannot determine whether they are congruent or not congruent, because if this is the case, then they are congruent. If this is the case, then they are not congruent, right? So for this part, we cannot determine whether they are congruent or not congruent because we don't have the diagram and we don't have the information about their area. Okay, just be more careful with the angle, and side angle. Cannot be determined. If the question gives us a diagram and or give us the area, then we can make a conclusion whether they are congruent or not congruent. Let's go to the last one. Okay, so same thing as usual. When we just get a diagram first. We have A, we have B, and we have C. Just simply sketch a triangle A, B, and C. Here is X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. AB and BC, they have the same length, which is 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters, so this is isosceles triangle. And the angle B here is 80 degree. How about this one? Angle X is 80 degree. And angle Z here is 50 degree. But now we only have one side, which is 3 centimeters. XY over here, 3 centimeters. Okay, you can try to pause the video and try to think, are they congruent? So how about we try to calculate the angle? I think it should be no problem, right? To find this angle and this angle as well. 80 degree, and we know the sum of the interior angle of a triangle will be always equal to 180 degree. Here is 80, here is 50, then definitely this will be 50 degree, right? So how about this one? This is 80, and because this is isosceles triangle, these two sides they have the same length, then we know that these two angles here they're actually the same as well. So we just take 180 degree minus 80 degree, then divided by 2. So here will be 50 degree. Here will be 50 degree as well. So can we determine they are congruent or not congruent? So we can use this property angle, side angle. If you look at this angle, side 3 centimeters, angle, side angle. We can use this property all another properties which is let me see, side angle side, side angle side, side angle side. So now we have side. Okay, let me think about this. Yes, we can do it this way, side angle side. So where is another side gone? So we side angle side, right? Side angle, but we don't have this. So why this? What did I tell you that? We can use also this properties, side angle side, side angle side, side angle side. Okay, side angle side. Here. How do I know this must be 3 centimeters? You look at the angle here. If these two angles they are the same, then we know that these triangles are actually isosceles triangle, right? So this 3 centimeters definitely here will be 3 centimeters as well. So in this case, we can either use angle, side angle, angle, side angle, angle, side angle, or side angle, side, side angle, side. They are congruent. Okay, for this video I stop here first. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.